All right, everybody. I'm in Indiana via Kentucky. I'm going to go over here to the LST-325. We're going to check it out. That's where we're going to be ghost hunting Saturday. But in several hours, it's going to be the Willard Library. It's absolutely beautiful. Kentucky's beautiful, man. Look at this. This is just really cool. All right, more to follow.
The United States made 1,051 LSTs in World War II alone, roughly costing $1.3 million in 1940s to produce. In today's money, you're taking for inflation, you're looking at about $19 million per LST. Wow. And we made them right here in Evansville. So if you guys look back over here where the river bends over here to the left, on the right-hand side, that shoreline over there was the Evansville Shipyard, which the official name was the Missouri Valley Bridge and Iron Company.
That is so cool.
And we made the most. Out of any shipyard that made LSTs in the United States, we made 167 of these ships right here in Evansville in just under 3 years.
Now, this is the only remaining one that's operational, correct?
In World War II configuration, yes.
Wow.
Yep. That is because the LST is a flat-bottom ship. And she's made that way so she can go up onto the shore and drop off all her equipment and make her way back for another run. Most of the time, ships have more of a V-bottom, referred to as a keel. And since we don't have a keel, we have a tendency to sway back and forth in the middle of the ocean. We call it listing. And we can list anywhere from 45 up to 60 degrees in some cases.
They have 4 years on the Nimitz, so yeah, I know.
Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. And so you understand.
Oh, yeah. We went on Cape Horn, South Africa, and it was crazy.
So someone died there.
Oh. So on this?
With the halo and everything like that?
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, with the halo on. Yeah.
You know, at my age, I sleep with a CPAP, and it's like, you imagine these guys, well, they're probably a lot younger anyway. They probably didn't have to.
All right, so this is troop berthing. So on ship, there's two types of people on here. You have the crew who actually lives and works on here. They're, of course, on the other side of the ship in case you're wondering. We're actually going to go over there in just a little while. But they're arranged a little bit differently than these are. But back in the day, they had the 4-tier bunks just on the other side of the ship. And then here are troops. They're taking care of the tank deck. Their tanks and tank deck, trucks up on main deck, or sometimes they're on here for joint transportation, like on these, for instance. On ship, we had 110 crew members, including 18 officers, and we could also hold over 200 troops all at the same time. What we've been able to gather was that corpsmen on the ship. And corpsmen weren't necessarily required to know surgeries, but sometimes they'd help out in surgeries.
Yeah.
They do impromptu surgeries and things like that. But even then, most corpsmen were referred to simply as doc anyway. So back in the day, this would have actually been a troop head. So there would have been sinks on this side, toilets on this side, and we just cleared all those out because we weren't using them anyway. And we're going to use this space for other stuff, as you can see in here.
Okay.
So, Doc, apparently, he's usually like a fairly good-natured, but basically businessy kind of guy. You know, he's not a jokester or anything like that. He's just doing his business, but he does like a good drink.
I do too.
He does like he likes a good strong whiskey or sometimes some other things.
That's kind of random.
What the hell? Oh, we have someone that's on ship that he likes putting on music and everything like that from the 40s.
So you see pictures with gators, so tanks coming out.
I wondered what the gator thing was on there. Like, why the gator? Okay.
Yeah, it's usually not as good. Here we have the control room that we still use today when we take the ship out. And we open up.
It looks a lot bigger than that.
It does.
Just a bit. But yeah, you have these yellow poles that come down to different on deck. There's one behind you and you over there, there's one over there, one over there, and one over there. Those are kind of the tracks that the elevator uses to come up and down. Now the bad part about this is only took one truck at a time. On the ship, we have our electric battery shop over here. We have our machine shop down this way. This is where we do a lot of our repairs from working on things on the ship, so the guys do that over too. Now, because we still use some of these roofs today, one of the main caveats is that for some of us color guys who are going there, we got to spend that on the head with the hours out of acting.
Yep. What's up with the bell right here?
So this is
Not throwing you off, am I?
yeah, so this is just a memory bell. So this was given to us by LST-325.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Get this, but the Canadians helped out. They're primarily at Juno Beach right over here. This picture was taken on D+2 or June 8th,
Wow.
1944 at Omaha Beach.
Holy crap.
So as you can see, all your LSTs, once the beach is secured, you can bring them right up onto the shore.
That is just something else, man.
Yours truly, the 325, what you're on right now, it's right there.
Look at her. Wow. That is just, gives me cold chills, man.
Okay, so how did
So
they
much
bring
history.
them onto shore? I mean, it's not like a vehicle with wheels and you could drive it. Oh, it does.
It's amphibious.
So,
I mean,
yes. So you ran it. This is where we had 3 671 Detroit diesel electric generators producing 240 volts of power each that converts 100 kilowatts of usable power per minute.
wow.
And that creates all the electric power that we need when we go on ships. So all the outlets, the lights, the doors, everything right down here.
Cool.
You might see some green handles down there. So those green handles towards the back, those are your ballast tanks. So these are big water tanks there at the very bottom of the boats and ship. You can hold 180,000 gallons of water down there.
Wow.
You can fill them so you can lower the LST so that way it doesn't toss around so much, or you can empty it and raise up the LST. Also doing trips back. And we're bringing back wounded soldiers. So like this picture that you see right over here. As you can see, you can set up a ward hospital right in here. We have 3 doctors on board, also up to take 1 per pilot persons that are to training. But if you need to make extra movement, you go to one of your guys beside you, grab my arm, and say, congratulations, you're welcome. This is our radar equipment that on ship in 1945. Powered by this big glass bowl with things called vacuum tubes, which is kind of crazy TV since we're powered by those things, right? And over here we have our radio guys. They're doing 2 things for us simultaneously. They're receiving messages in their headsets via Morse code. They're interpreting what they're hearing on typewriter in front of them. But sometimes he has to do it one-handed because there's also a spine with telegraph buttons on the other side at the same time. This is going to know how to type up to 80 words a minute to keep his job. Again, sometimes one-handed.
Yeah, that's so ahead of its time. That's just crazy. Wow.
Also, if you like country music, you might know the name Johnny Cash. The Man in Black did this around here in the service.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool.
That's why it's really
So once they get this thing to move, they have to unsecure all the plumbing, right? They have to they got all their stuff they got to do.
yes.
Because they're on like shore power right now, right? Or,
yes. So yeah,
So it was the Greek for how long? You said 6 years?
it was from 1964 to 1999, so 35 years.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Yeah, you can see the.
It always like Greeks me anyway.
Yeah, this is Greek right here.
And then that's
Cool.
That's the hero Achilles slaying Hector right before the Trojan War.
Wow.
Galley, this is where you get your food. And it works today just like it did back in World War II. It's just technology's gotten a little bit better over time. We have microwaves now.
Yeah, we did.
And then we also have a dumbwaiter that was added by the Greeks down back over there, which that goes directly down below to Mestic.
Oh, I see it.
Over here we have our post office, and it's ran by a guy called the Yeoman.
Yep, I remember him. Had him on the Nimitz.
Yeah. So Yeoman, he is playing postmaster. This is where you get letters back and forth from home. You got paid here, which is why there's bars on the windows. There's usually a safe with money in here. And he's also in charge of the medical records, because the pharmacist would be right next door. Now, because he's in charge of medical records, if you did anything to upset the Yeoman, he could throw your medical records off.
What a view. Oh, I gotta get a picture.
8 miles away.
That's crazy.
Pretty impressive. Right?
It is for that year too.
So this
Wow.
gun was ran by 5 guys at one time.
Wow.
2 guys are right over here reloading a 4-bullet magazine, a mag for short pulse with a clip slides right on in, just bounce off one after the other. Then you have 2 guys in black chairs, just one over here, one over here. One guy's rotating the entire gun base, the other guy's raising around the barrel. You seem like a guy who would like to actually try that out.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be.
Would you like me to demonstrate that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, so one guy's rotating the entire gun base.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought you meant sit down in the thing. I got you.
Then you got another guy that's raising up on the barrel.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Then you have a fifth guy right over here, and he's firing the gun. And he's firing it when the guy in this nest up here behind you is telling you to do so, known as the gun talker, or the gun director's known name for him. He's in charge of this gun, that gun, that gun, and if there's 250 cal machine gun mounts up in the bridge, he's in charge of these guns too.
Wow.
He's basically telling where to shoot, so a little bit more protected. Then you had a third person that's writing down everything the captain told them, what was called a logbook that you can use to review after what you need to. Now behind here, in the room where Kilroy's hanging out in that little window, that's your navigation room, also known as the chart room, where that big radar that we saw downstairs would be in there. Then behind it is a doorway that goes into a radio room. So it's like those radio guys that we saw downstairs, they'd be hanging out in there. But upstairs, behind the sleep cabin, we have another radio room. Why do we have 2 radio rooms?
In case one goes down?
That's a good point.
Or damaged, or damaged in battle or whatever.
That's a good point, but that's not the original reason why.
Ah!
Intercepting enemy
Messages?
Well, we have an encryption room for that. And these both still work. We don't necessarily need them that much anymore just because we dock it as a different way. But if we ever need to, we can still use it.
Wow.
Alright, so follow me up this way. Into the water, much like the movie Titanic, if you've ever seen that, when they're dropping the lifeboats at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
When the ship is sinking. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But
Thanks for ruining it for me.
I'm sorry. But once the boat's in the water, they throw a huge cargo net over the side of the ship, which you might have saw that down in Tank Deck. We have an example of that on one of the walls or the bulkheads of the ship. The investigation too, we'll get some guys up here. Because back in the day, in World War II, this is where you would eat in these custom battle planes, so that you would often even have surgeries, emergency surgeries done at that table right over there.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean
No, you're good. You're fine. It's close quarters.
Over here we have a couple of passageways. So down this passageway and this one, on either side are staterooms. Each stateroom usually could hold up to 2 officers, but usually each officer had their own room. And here in the middle we have a shower. And he had some really cool stories to tell. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, so that staircase goes back up to the radio room behind the wheelhouse. This is the steward's room, also known as the wardroom pantry. So stewards would go down the passageway to the galley, come over here, put on fancy china plates, and send it through the doorway where the box stand is today.
Oh, cool. I see it.
Which I'm sure made the food taste. It's his own private bedroom, bathroom, and shower.
Yeah. What's up, Skipper? Awesome.
He doesn't really talk much, but he has a big personality.
Kind of quiet. Big personality.
But this is the other guy that we saw whenever he came in, Chris. He was the red shirt. This is his. This is a restored 42, I believe, either 41 or 42 Willys Jeep, and this is what you would see back in World War II.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And your standard Willys back then has a 4-cylinder, 60 horsepower engine capable of up to about 50 miles today if you really need to. But back in the day, World War II, you wouldn't have seen this on here for 2 very good reasons. One, the first time U.S. military using a helicopter wouldn't be until 1944 in Burma. So by that point, the war was pretty much over, so you didn't see it for that reason. But another massive reason is, well, think about it. Looks like a massive bullseye target from up above, especially.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
And they love to do some target practice.
All right, everybody. This is the LST-325 tour. And we're going to go at 1 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go at 1 in 30 minutes. They go on the hour, but what an amazing, so much history behind this place. And that's a big ship too, man. Here's some models of it right here. This is pretty cool. Pretty neat. Actually, this is the LST-1096 right here.